the Vigero ZX at $1.9 million, one of the most expensive cars in the game, the most expensive muscle car in the game, and it's a must buy. I'm going to be showing you guys why you must buy this car. It is one of the most craziest cars in this update. Just look at the style of this car. So let's get into the customization. Later we will take it out on the track and test it, but I don't even need to show you guys a video. We already know it is the fastest muscle car in the game now on new gen consoles. So let's look at customization first. We have 18 different front bumpers. That is one of the most bumper customization options we have for any vehicle, and this being a muscle car makes it that much better. And these are some of the most best looking customization options I think I've seen on any car in this game, which is just crazy. Again, 16 bumpers, and we're not even on House Special Workshop right now. We're just in the regular workshop. So if you are playing on PC, this is what you guys will see. On the house customization, you only get 2 extra options, which is the forged carbon option, which doesn't really, it's just like a forged carbon look, not really anything too different. So going for the exhaust, we have a lot of different exhausts and they all look pretty cool. They really went into detail with this car. Now the grills, this just looks like a Camero grill right here. Going to choose this one, of course. And just looking at this car, it does look like a real life Camaro. I don't know how they got away with this. I don't know if they just put a different team on to design these, but it really just does look like they copied it and pasted it, which I'm not complaining because it looks really cool. One of the best looking vehicles in the game right now. Besides when the new Audi R8 comes out into the game, probably in October. So a few different hood options, pretty cool. Headlights, just gonna put that on because I always put that on. Now the liveries, some basic liveries. We have the stripes, which probably everyone is going to choose. I already saw 50 pictures of the yellow paint with the black stripes, which is kind of basic. I just stayed with the black stripes and white paint just because I like to keep it basic. And someone's blowing up someone in the background. Now the back window, some of these other options look pretty ugly, but the first 6 options look pretty cool, so I chose that one. Thank you, Rockstar, for adding those. And the mirrors, you could even change the mirrors. What is this? Need for Speed. I like it though, I'm not complaining. I'm gonna put on the carbon mirrors. Now the roof, I was really considering putting on this roof, but I think I'm gonna keep it stock just so the color flows. But I would really consider putting on a black roof, especially with that back window being covered up. It looks really clean. Now the skirts, some pretty basic skirt options. Let's speed this up here a little bit. The spoilers, we have some pretty clean spoilers, and then we get really crazy with it. I don't know who is putting on these spoilers. I'm not putting on these. I gotta give Rockstar some credit. It doesn't look that bad. Not overkill, but I'm keeping it clean with this car. You can't go overkill with this car and make it look so ugly. You have to keep it clean. The sun strip, later on in the video when we go into first person, you will see you cannot see anything at all. When you get into a car, the camera just shifts up for some reason, so you can't see. If you plan on going into first person, do not put the sun strips on because you will not be able to see at all. And of course, in Rockstar Logic, you cannot customize the color with these amazing rims, so I just kept it stock. They look pretty good anyways, kept it silver. So if you do want to keep the stock rims, probably keep in mind the paint job that you want to put on, because you will have to keep the stock rims silver. So that is all for the basic customization options. We will visit House Workshop up next, and I will then show you guys how fast this car really is on a racetrack, which is pretty insane. Okay, let's put on the House Special Works Performance Upgrade. Almost 400,000, not that bad, but that is going to give us access to crazy top speed. So put on the fully upgraded brakes. We only have a few extra options for the front bumpers, which is the forged carbon look. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm sure if you do all black and forged carbon, that would look pretty cool. Again, with the rear bumpers, forged carbon, not that much difference. And look at this, Rockstar paying attention to the exhausts for once. Some really cool looking exhausts. I put the bronze one on, that looks really good with this car. Being a muscle car, that is going to be one of the biggest features if you're bringing this to car shows. That will make it look really good. Attention to detail. Now look at these crazy wings. We have the forged carbon wings. They are massive. Really overkill. Again, I kept it clean with this car because that just looks crazy. Too crazy for me, if I'm being honest. Put the full suspension on, do the transmission, do the stage 2 turbo, which is going to make this car crazy fast. Let's go bring this out on the track and see how fast this really is. So no surprise, this car is insanely fast. Number 1 in the muscles class if you're on new gen consoles and do have the How Special Works upgrades on it, because that just brings it into a whole different level. But on a first lap, getting a 1.6 second lap time for the muscles class is insane. This is my custom track I made for testing new vehicles. I think the best supercar right now has about just under a minute on this circuit, and this car is only a few seconds above the 1 minute for a muscle car, which is crazy. It is a little slippery to drive. It reminds me of the Dominator, which is kind of slippery. Takes some skill, which is amazing with this car, because that means people who suck at driving in the game can't really take full advantage of this vehicle because they don't really know how to drive it good. So it does take some practice, which I love. I love a car that takes practice to learn how to drive, not just easy to drive. I'm even sliding a little bit in this video, and I still got a record for the muscle class on this circuit, which is crazy. A 1.2 second lap time for the muscles class. The fastest, confirmed the fastest muscle car in the game. At least on new gen console. I think on last gen it's maybe in the top 5. But still very competitive with the top muscle cars if you're into racing. And that's mostly because of the top speed. In corners it's not that good, but in top speed, if the circuit even has a little bit of a straight, this car will dominate. So that is the new Vigero ZX in GTA Online. Must buy car. If you have the money, buy it. It will be really worth it. I hope they add more cars like this into the game, because this is one of my favorites now.